I'm a little nervous about this one. KS0 Pro Kaspa miner, made a video on this just a little bit ago. You can see my beautiful, handsome face right there. And in that video, I'm doing 204 gigahash per second as I was testing it. Right now, since I've had it up on the bench here for this video, it's doing 203 gigahash per second. But I will say, on average, since I got it, it's been doing around 210 gigahash per second. And pulling right now, wattage-wise, is 95.7 watts. I think I have a good silicon lottery in the ASIC chips in this, but in this video, we're gonna push them to the limit. Instructions on the screen here are to overclock this KS0 Pro to get some additional hash rate up to 280 gigahash. First thing we need to do though, is start taking it apart and make some modifications. Side panel 1. Side panel 2. Bottom panel. It's got this cute little warranty sticker over one of the screws. Save that just in case. All right, let's check this out. So bottom panel houses the two fans that cool this whole thing. Shout out to Mad Electron Engineering on YouTube. The video for his video on this will be down in the description because I thought he had a really good idea, which is to take these internal fans that are controlled by the KS0 Pro itself and split them to also be external fans so that the entirety of cooling can be controlled by the KS0 Pro. In his video, he did a single fan on the mount on the outside of the KS0 Pro, but reading the instructions here, it's recommended to have additional airflow pass through and into the opening that has the power connector, which is here. So I think I'm actually gonna do multiple fans and I'm gonna figure out how to make this look decent. It's probably not gonna be pretty, but let's go. Unhook in the internal fans. 1, 2, and now I have these splitters here, which are gonna allow me to hook up some more fans. 1 splitter, 2, and I'm gonna hook up both of these to 1, and the external fans I'm gonna put on their own too. Cable management in here is not gonna be fun. I really don't care what this thing looks like because it's just gonna make money. So actually right now I'm just gonna let all these cables just hang out because I also don't wanna block any airflow inside there, and those fan splitters are longer than I anticipated they would be. A couple screws are in. I just want to power this thing on and see if it works. Let's go. All right, cool. We got the external fan spinning. These fans are terrible. They might be temporary, but we'll see how they do. Let's let this boot up and see if it controls them. I'm not sure if it will, and then see the internal fans go. It's working. Temps are looking really good, and fan 1 is 759 RPMs, fan 2 is 1341 RPMs, and the internal fans have started spinning as well, so this is controlling the fans and giving them power enough where I think this thing will be cool. Fan 1 I'm gonna put on the top where these mounting holes are, and now what I was thinking about is the direction that this should face for airflow. I'm pretty sure the bottom fans integrated into the KS0 Pro are pulling air into the miner, which would make sense because it's a big heat sink and the heat sink will take the heat away. And so what I want this fan to do is pull that heat away from the miner. So I'm gonna airflow come up from the bottom, out of the top for this top fan. That's in there really good. Now the question is, what am I gonna do with this fan that's gotta blow in to the side right here by the power connector? And so I'm probably just gonna do some kind of zip tie around this thing, and I'm gonna have this blow air directly in to the miner itself. I'm not really proud of this. It is what it is. I think it'll hold. Let's get to the most important part, and that's overclocking it. Checking to make sure I didn't break anything. Good news is I didn't. Next step in all this is to reset it back to its factory settings by pressing and holding the reset switch in the back of the miner. Next step is to upgrade the firmware. So we're gonna select file here and go over into the folder. And we're gonna do this initialization upgrade and we're gonna hit update. Done, back to firmware upgrade, select file, And this is where we can select some different overclocking configurations. And the recommendation is essentially start from the bottom and work your way back depending on how your miner responds. So fingers crossed to have good silicon lottery and good cooling. And we're gonna start with the maximum overclock. It's working, 291 gigahash per second mining on this KS0 Pro with the overclock. And I've been mining for over 2 hours now, stable, with temperatures that are looking really good. Checking out the mining pool, you can see reflected in the last 1 hour, 290 gigahash reported now. And the power that I'm pulling at the wall is up from that 97 to 139 watts. What I'm interested to see is what profitability I now have. So let's check out what to mine. So before 210 gigahash, 97 watts, that was giving me per day $2.59 in profit. Let's put in these new numbers, 290 gigahash for 139 watts. Let's see what that's now gonna give me. That's gonna give me a $3.56 profit per day, which is, you guessed it, up just about $1 in profit per day with the overclock for this KS0 Pro. Couple things you need to know if you got this far in the video. This definitely pulls more power, and they're working on an overclock that goes even further, which will also require more power. So you cannot use the power supply that comes with the KS0 Pro. You need to buy a 230 watt power supply in order to be safe. My fan setup, I don't really know how much it's doing. These fans are terrible. They're 800 RPM fans. I got them a while ago for some mining rigs. They're not really doing much. It's likely I'm gonna need higher RPM fans to do better cooling if and when that overclock comes out. This is a paid for overclock. You have to pay for it. It is a private overclock, so you're gonna be modifying the firmware that comes from Iceriver on the KS0 Pro. I got it as a gift because I make YouTube videos. That's the thing that happens. You can also get gifts if you make YouTube videos. Otherwise, if you are interested in paying for the overclock, I'll leave it down in the description as well. I think that's it. I'm stoked on this. I was nervous. Seems to be going really well. It didn't damage anything. It's hideous, but it's gonna make money, more money than it made before. So I don't really care what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like button if you did. Sub to the channel. Take care of yourself, each other. See you in the next video.